Hello Internet, I am the hero of Julios once again with another chapter summary of One Piece. This week's chapter is chapter 988, Sorry for the Wait. And I am trying something new this week. I actually wrote notes, so I don't lose my train of thought for once. So the chapter starts with a cover story continuing on with Capone's family, and Lola and Chiffon and Capone, they're all sailing away from the Marines, and Pound is swimming after them in an attempt to save them, telling them, I'm still your father, whether or not you believe me, kind of thing. So, honestly, I feel like the cover story is going to end with Lola getting married and Pound's finally going to get to attend one of his daughter's weddings, and they're going to be one big happy family the whole time, and probably the uniting of the two pirate crews. And my gamble is we will definitely see them near the end of One Piece. If we don't see them sometime during like some not sidetracked, but like a side story, kind of like the Reverie arc, we may see them again in a similar fashion. Or if like some big world-changing event, we'll probably see them responding to the newspaper of Kaido getting defeated when Kaido and Big Mom's forces are defeated by Luffy and the others. Whether or not that's going to be in this arc, not this arc, whether or not it's going to be within this raid on Onigashima is up for debate, because things do not look like they're going so well. So without further ado, let's get into the actual chapter. So Jack has gone up to the top of Skull Mountain to help Kaido fight against the minks. He is there. He brought a bunch of forces with him. He apologizes for, letting them get this close. That was his mistake. And with that, he is going to help prevent the samurai from getting closer to Kaido. They're not going to land a hit like that again. With this, Duke Dogstrom and Cat Viper, they both decide they're going to intercept with Jack, only to be stopped by their own forces. Rhodey and BB, go into their Sulong forms, as do the three musketeers who serve under Duke Dogstrom. They will be Jack's opponents. My guess is if Duke Dogstrom and Nekomamushi could handle Jack in their base forms, the Sulong forms of their, second highest subordinates should be able to handle him. I don't know if Jack's going to lose per se. I mean, this is the same guy that fought for 5 days straight with no breaks. But they may be enough to slow him down so that the real fight between the Scabbards and Kaido can continue. On top of that, Raizo reveals to Jack that he was the one that the minks were protecting, and that he plans on repaying that kindness, 100 times over. So I'm interested to see if Raizo and Jack don't land a couple hits on each other, because, it's Raizo's shame for being protected for so long. It's Jack's shame for not actually getting the target that he knew was there. So I would like to see a couple swings between the two of them. In addition to that, we get another number reveal. So we knew about Hacha, he was number 8, and now we know of number 7, which is named Nangi, which I believe Nana is 7 in Japanese. I'm not too great on numbers past 5, but it's nice to see another number. I forget off the top of my head exactly how many there are. I think there's 12. I may be wrong. I'll correct myself, right in a little text box in front of me. But I think there's 12. So I'm looking forward to seeing the numbers. I don't think in terms of power they're higher than the Tobi Roppo. I don't think they're... how to tier this? I don't think they're Luffy, Zoro, Sanji level opponents. But I could definitely see them being like Brook, Chopper, Frankie level opponents. So, carrying on from there, we go from the top of Onigashima and we go head on down to the lower level, where Momonosuke is still on his little execution platform. King and Queen are discussing how Jack went up there. King basically tells Queen that, well, at least Jack had, the decency to go do something, and Queen takes offense to that. And as the two of them are talking, Momo is currently being freed by Shinobu. King and Jack notice this. King and Queen notice this. King grabs Shinobu and just throws her away. The two of them, while still looking over there, suddenly Momo just pops off his little thing and he starts floating away. And Jack and Queen are just like, that's not right. And King goes to attack only to be blocked by an invisible foot, revealing that Sanji is using the raid suit again to save Momo. He manages to get Momo away from King, throws him to Shinobu, and tells him, you're a pretty cool kid for sticking up for yourself like that. Nice job saying your name. And that's when King manages to land a hit on Sanji with his big old pterodon beak and slams him into a wall. As it stands right now, we don't know King's bounty. My guess, the reason Oda's holding it off so long from telling us, I want to gamble that King's bounty is closer to 2 billion than it is to 1.5 billion. Only because of how long we're being held off from this. It might even be higher than 2 billion. Because all this mystery around King, what is he, like race-wise? Why hasn't his bounty been revealed when even Kaido's bounty has been revealed? We don't know. Sorry, my cat was being weird. Anyways, we don't know what King is or how powerful he truly is. Heck, with all that, with all that equipment on, we don't even know if King's a dude. Like, my guess is King's a guy, but we don't know anything about him. And I am interested to see how long Sanji lasts against him. Because, no offense to Sanji, but Sanji doesn't take on the big, heavy, main antagonist of the arc. Sanji's good at stalling. I won't stop him there. We've seen Sanji stall Crocodile. We've seen Sanji stall Doflamingo. We've seen Sanji stall Virgo. But Sanji doesn't win Sanji doesn't win a lot of fights. I guess I should word that better or Sanji fans are going to kill me. Sanji doesn't fight to win. Sanji fights to stop the enemy. Like getting Momo away from King, or preventing Doflamingo from attacking the crew, or disrupting Eneru's ship so that it can't fly. Sanji's goal has never been to flat out one-on-one fight for quite some time now. The last time we saw Sanji get into a real fight was probably all the way back in Enies Lobby, if I'm being honest. I don't count the Fishman Island fights because those were just the entire Straw Hat crew flexing. So, I mean, even Usopp and Chopper weren't taking the fight seriously, if I'm being honest. So I'm interested to see where this fight with King goes. Either Sanji is going to pull something out with this raid suit, or he's going to team up with someone. Probably X-Drake, maybe? That would be an interesting turn. That would be a good way to show King that Drake is no longer on their side. But I'm starting to digress here. So next up in the chapter, Big Mom is finally starting to go after Luffy in, full force. She's not happy with him. He's taken the wedding from her. He's taking the wedding cake from her. He's taken the big parties from her. He took away basically her reputation as a Yonko because everyone in the newspaper said, oh, Luffy came and he beat up Big Mom and laughed at her crew and ran away scot-free. And now he's come and he's ruined this delicious banquet. So Big Mom's not happy. She whips out the Ikoku Sovereignty again, which we've seen that attack 3 times in the series. Once with Dory and Broggy, though they called it the Spear of Elbaf, and 2 times now with Big Mom attacking, once when she was attacking the Straw Hats, and now the second time when she was aiming that at Luffy. From there, Luffy realizes that he's the guy that's got to take on Big Mom right now. As much as he would love to go up there and help the minks and the samurai fight against Kaido, he understands that somebody has to deal with Big Mom, and that somebody has to be him, because currently nobody else in the room can do it. I don't think he's aware Jinbei is in the room. So that being said, he tells Yamato that she has to go protect Momo. Yamato responds with, "Oh, that makes sense since he's my son after all." And I'm waiting to see where Oda goes with this, because I still don't think, even if she goes and saves Yamato, even if they help, even if they all defeat Kaido, I don't think all of Wano is going to look at her and just be like, "You are definitely Kozuki Oden." Unless there's some kind of like split personality going on here, I would like to know more about her. I would like her to discover herself instead of trying to be someone else. So I'm waiting to see where that goes. Like I said, I trust Oda. I trust his writing. I've read 988 chapters, so I trust where it's going. But I would like to know more about this character before I'm on board with everybody else saying next Straw Hat. So, carrying on from there, after Luffy dodges Ikoku's sovereignty, Big Mom says, "Oh yeah? Well, how about this? Come here, Zeus!" Zeus! Zeus! And she looks over, and there's Nami running away with Zeus. He's panicking, she's panicking, they're all panicking, and Big Mom manages to yank Zeus away, preparing to destroy Zeus. And I love the little quote from Nami. It didn't translate as well in the official translation, but I liked the way I read one fan translation of it saying that she was like, "It's over." Like, basically she was breaking up with Zeus. I thought that was funny. As Big Mom's about to land the big lightning strike, that's when Frankie and Brooke burst through the window, and Frankie lands solidly on Big Mom's nose, and Brooke slices Zeus in half. And Frankie comes onto the scene, and I'm assuming that's where the "sorry for the wait" comes from with the chapter title. Either that, or "sorry for the wait" is referring to all the chapters we've been waiting for the fighting to actually begin. So altogether though, it was a good chapter. I'm very happy to see that the Straw Hats are all starting to gather in one spot. I would love to get that big, 2-page panel shot of all the Straw Hats, including the new helmsman, Jinbei. Still waiting on the big, we're all together shot, looking cool, ready for the movie poster. So, anyways, that's the chapter. There's going to be no new chapter next week. I believe One Piece is on break. I'm not sure if it's Oda related or Shonen Jump related, but so next week I will be doing another video, probably like the top 9 list I did with the Straw Hat backstories, but instead probably going to pick a more upbeat topic. If people watch this before I upload the next video, leave something in the comments telling me what you would like me to talk about, because I got a lot to say. I just don't know which direction to say it. But all that aside, this is the Hero of Julios, Xing out.